How England's most dangerous gang became legends, Peaky Blinders. When you think of legendary gangs, your mind might not immediately picture the backstreets of early 20th century Birmingham, England. Yet it is here that the Peaky Blinders, one of England's most notorious gangs, carved their name into the annals of criminal history. This is not just a story of crime and violence, it's a tale of survival, brotherhood, and the pursuit of power in a world that was rapidly changing. The Peaky Blinders' transformation from a local gang to legendary figures is a captivating saga of cunning, brutality, and undeniable charm. Origins in the industrial heartland. The Peaky Blinders began in the late 19th century, but their legend grew during the tumultuous post-World War I era. Birmingham, known for its booming industry, was a city of smoke, factories, and vast opportunity. In the densely packed streets of Small Heath, the gang found its footing among the working-class families whose lives were defined by hard labor and often harder lives. The Peaky Blinders, originally a loose association of petty thieves and street hustlers, began to consolidate power under a charismatic and ruthless leader, often depicted as Thomas Shelby in popular culture. The gang's name, Peaky Blinders, became synonymous with the flat caps they wore, which were rumored to have razor blades sewn into the peaks, a terrifying detail that might be more myth than reality. However, what wasn't mythical was their fierce loyalty to each other and their keen sense of survival in the cutthroat environment of industrial England. They were involved in various illegal activities, including gambling, robbery, and the black market liquor trade, exploiting the social chaos of the time to establish their dominance. Rise to power. By the 1920s, the Peaky Blinders were more than just street thugs. They were a formidable organized crime group with ambitions that stretched beyond the Birmingham slums. The rise to power wasn't accidental. It was carefully calculated, involving strategic alliances and brutal showdowns with rival gangs. The Blinders didn't just want to control the criminal underworld. They aimed to wield influence over the economic and political spheres of Birmingham and beyond. Their strategy was multifaceted. On one hand, they infiltrated the burgeoning labor unions, positioning themselves as protectors and leaders of the working class. This not only garnered them local support, but also gave them leverage over industrial actions and strikes, thereby controlling significant aspects of Birmingham's economy. On the other hand, they engaged in outright intimidation and violence, taking over territories controlled by other gangs through sheer force and establishing a network of illegal betting shops and distilleries. The Shelby leadership. Central to the Peaky Blinders lore is the Shelby family, particularly the figure at the helm, Thomas Shelby. Whether he's a purely fictional amalgamation or closely based on a real figure, Thomas embodies the brutal ambition and complex morality that seem to define the gang. His leadership style was authoritarian yet deeply protective of his family and those loyal to him. Under his guidance, the gang not only expanded its operations but also began to launder their ill-gotten gains through legitimate business ventures. Thomas Shelby's military experience during the World War added a tactical edge to the gang's operations. He implemented military strategies and discipline, transforming the gang into a more organized and formidable entity. The Shelby's family dynamic, fraught with tensions, betrayals, and tight-knit loyalty, added a human element to the gang's story, making their saga even more engaging and relatable. This complexity turned them into figures of intrigue and reluctant admiration, blurring the lines between criminals and anti-heroes. Cultural impact and legacy. The Peaky Blinders didn't just impact the criminal landscape. They left a lasting mark on popular culture and the collective memory of Birmingham. Their story has been romanticized and dramatized in various forms of media, most notably the BBC television series Peaky Blinders, which has captivated audiences worldwide. This dramatization has helped mythologize the gang, elevating their status from historical footnotes to iconic figures of rebellion and resistance against the encroaching forces of law and order. Moreover, the Peaky Blinders' influence extends into fashion, with their distinctive style, sharp suits, overcoats, and peaked flat caps, becoming symbols of a rugged, rebellious chic. This aesthetic, combined with their legendary cunning and survival tactics, paints a picture of a bygone era that continues to fascinate and inspire. The legacy of the Peaky Blinders is that of a complex interweaving of historical fact and fiction, where the reality of their deeds becomes almost inseparable from the mythos surrounding them. Transformation into a cultural phenomenon. As legends, the Peaky Blinders embody a narrative that transcends their historical existence. Their transformation into a cultural phenomenon was propelled not just by their criminal exploits but also by their ability to adapt and thrive in a post-war society, struggling with poverty and social upheaval. This adaptability made them resonant figures, symbolizing the struggle against oppressive socioeconomic conditions. Their legacy, therefore, is twofold. They are remembered for their ruthless pursuit of power, and for their unexpected role as folk heroes who challenged the status quo. This duality is at the heart of the fascination with the Peaky Blinders. They are villains, yet they are also victims of their circumstances, forced into a life of crime to survive and protect their own. This narrative complexity offers a rich tapestry for storytelling, whether in oral histories, written accounts, or televised dramas. It paints the Blinders not as mere criminals, but as layered strategic thinkers who were products of their environment, yet also shapers of their own destinies. Impact on modern media and society. The dramatization of the Peaky Blinders, particularly through the acclaimed television series, has played a crucial role in how they are perceived today. The series does not merely recreate the gang's exploits but stylizes them, blending historical elements with modern sensibilities. This has introduced the Peaky Blinders to a global audience, who might not be familiar with the socio-economic context of 1920s Birmingham, but are drawn to the compelling portrayal of the characters' complex lives. This portrayal has sparked a resurgence in interest, not only in the gang itself, but in the period they inhabited. It encourages a deeper understanding and discussion about the impact of World War I on British society, the interwar economic struggles, and the rise of organized crime during this era. In a way, the Peaky Blinders serve as a case study in the survival and adaptation of urban working-class communities during one of history's most volatile periods. Educational and social reflections. Beyond entertainment, the story of the Peaky Blinders offers valuable educational insights. It provides a lens through which we can explore themes of leadership, morality, and social justice. In academic circles, it prompts discussions about the glorification of criminal figures and the ethical implications of romanticizing violent histories. For social scientists, the gang's evolution is a point of interest in studies of gang culture and its effects on community identity and structure. Furthermore, the Peaky Blinders phenomenon encourages a reflection on contemporary societal issues. It highlights the timeless nature of certain social struggles, such as economic disparity and systemic corruption, and how these issues continue to foster environments where criminal entities can thrive. By studying the Peaky Blinders, society can glean lessons about the importance of addressing root causes of crime, such as poverty and social exclusion. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For more awesome content, have a nice day and I will see you in the next video.